Aries, and welcome to your October general reading. You've already got me excited, Aries, when I look at your reading. Two aces, okay? I absolutely love the aces, okay? I've got North Node in Aries, so my soul becomes excited with new beginnings. You've got the Ace of Cups and the Ace of Wands. You've also got two sixes. The sixes are about restoring balance. After the turbulence of the five comes the peace. You've got two sixes. I'm just want a card that represents your overall energy. Okay, give me a minute. I did notice for Aries, your cards need an awful lot of shuffling. This is my second time. I keep having to cut the deck. I'm not sure what that's about. Your overriding energy is the Three of Cups. Beautiful card, joy, celebration. Now don't forget, these people dance because they've released what was holding them back. And what holds us back is always the same: unfinished business, unresolved issues which take from our emotional energy. So there's a little bit of a sense of a lot of joy here for you, Aries. Two sixes and two aces. I sort of got that already. Your majors are the Magician and the Empress. A little bit sort of outstanding, personally. I'm sort of laughing. So when you enter into October, you've got two cards, and I can't remember who else had these cards. I think it was Leo. You had the King and the Page together. Now, these can be people, okay? Very earth sign, Capricorn. This tends to be a younger sort of earth sign person who's really having an influence on you. Other parts of your own nature. Now, how I read this for Leo. When these two come together, it might be some of you have got a page, which is a new opportunity, okay? But it's the King that's providing this opportunity. So what it tends to mean is, say it's a new job, it might only look like a page, but given the right energy, the right intention, it will grow into a king. So it might be a new business opportunity, sort of brand new potential. One of the tricks of life is when new opportunities come our way, and even if they look small, a seed becomes a giant oak tree eventually. So don't overlook any new potentials that are coming your way, Aries. That's sort of the message for you. Now, what you most want is the Ace of Cups, okay? This is a brand new emotional start. This can be restoring love in an already existing relationship. It tends to talk about emotional well-being, emotional happiness. It's destiny. It's the Eye of God. It's a bit like the Wheel of Fortune, this card, but particularly around your emotional world, your heart, essentially, okay? And our heart is our center. It's what makes us fully human, to love not only people that are close to us, but to love in general. And it's almost some Aries, maybe there's a sense that there's been a lot of disharmony, you've lost contact with the center, and what you most want is to restore this beautiful energy. Now, the good news is what's helping you do that is the Six of Pentacles. This is a card about mutuality, authenticity. It's also a card about healing. All the sixes are, by the way, they represent leaving behind turbulence and moving forward to new beginnings. Some of you might be going for a job interview, by the way, with the Six of Pentacles, or you might just be reaching out to make contact with someone, to restore an emotional issue that's been maybe gone through some turbulence. And what you most want is the restoration of the love between you and someone else. That is a beautiful desire to have, Aries, okay? And when you're radiating at that level, you're sort of radiating at the level of the divine, and the divine tends to help us. As long as our intentions are pure, attachment is not a pure intention. Pure intention is, may another person be happy. That is what the Ace of Cups is about. It's unconditional love. Conditional love is not the Ace of Cups. Okay? It might be a message for someone. The challenge is the Four of Cups. There's a feeling, that Four of Cups, most people who know me know I find it very hard to put into words, that Four of Cups. There's a lack of energy here. It might be between you and another person, because you've been offered this cup, but you're not reaching out. You see it, you know it's there, but you're not reaching out to grab it, which I think is really interesting, because what you most want is this cup. But it's been offered, but you're not taking it. Why is Aries not taking the cup? Give me a minute, can I ask? Why is Aries not taking that cup? I'm a little bit fascinated when you've been offered what you desire, because you haven't got clear sight. The Ace of Swords, okay? 3 aces. So you're not taking this cup because you haven't got total clarity about it. There's a sense of being unsure, not being able to see everything clearly. That cup has got a cloud, so I sort of understand it. It's almost like you're looking at it and saying, is this actually what it says it is? Is this healthy? Is this good for me? That's always a really healthy process, Aries, okay? Now, in your relationship sector, you have got the Ace of Wands, which is the birth of passion, a passionate new start, a passionate new beginning. The Wands are creativity. They're also about our sexual energy. Very, very passionate, and it's right under the Ace of Cups. The issue seems to be, maybe some of you just haven't got clear sight if this cup is everything that it says it is. I don't know. There's a vague energy. The passion's there. The love's there. There's a reaching out. But it might be, that Six of Discs does speak about the scales being a little bit unbalanced. So maybe there's a little sense of something not being totally equal. And that's why you're not grabbing the cup. I'm a little bit unsure why, okay? Now, money and work, you've got the Six of Cups. So any of you is going for an interview, I would say you're going to be incredibly successful with this interview, by the way. The Six of Cups is a card about getting what you want. It represents emotional happiness, and it's clarified with the Nine of Cups. So there's a lot of emotional happiness. This Nine of Cups is someone who's, you know, he's saying cheers. He's like, hey, come and celebrate with me because I have what I want. So a really good time to reach out for job interviews and new potentials. Even if the potential is only a page, it's the page that leads to the king, Aries, okay? So don't judge a book by its cover. At a spiritual level, you've got the Magician card. You've got an awful lot of energy working on your behalf, or you've got the potential to have a lot of energy working on your behalf. The universe can't fill a vehicle that's already filled, okay? So you need to be willing, you need to be able to respond to universal clues. And we can't do that when we're full of our own agendas, our own intentions. And that's what I mean when I talked about that Ace of Cups and that Four of Cups. Wanting something to turn out a certain way is not the Ace of Cups, okay? That's more the Five of Cups. That's about our attachments, which is not pure love. It's a form of love, Aries, but it's not the love of the Ace of Cups. So when we're at the Ace of Cups and the energy of the Magician, we're really basically tuned into the energy of the here and now, which is the creation, all the forces of creation. And that is when we have the power to recreate our lives in any direction we want to. But we need to be living in the present moment. And that's why the Ace of Cups is about unconditional love. Because you haven't got perfect sight about the nature of an emotional issue, Aries, okay? Your outcome is the beautiful Empress card, number 3. She's about fertility, she's about love, and she represents Mother Earth. I describe the Empress card as love, love, and love. Look at her gown. She's about fertility, healing, family, motherhood. She expresses her creativity, very, very prosperous. And for any of you who are starting a new job interview, anything to do with your work, highly, highly positive time, Aries, by the way, for you. Because the Empress is the most fertile, most abundant of all the cards. And you've got a lot of emotional power to create a lot of new chapters in your life, okay? And what holds us back is always attachment to outcomes, always wanting reality to be a certain way, rather than allowing the universe to work through you and create the destiny you're always meant to have. Okay, Aries, a little bit of a profound reading, and the Ten of Cups has appeared, so you're going to a beautiful emotional chapter. It's a really happy story here, but the month of October might be a bit lacking total clarity about this cup. There's a vagueness around it, okay? Okay, Aries, hope this helped. Loads of love. Bye.